Right, today we're doing forming equations and angles at a point on a straight line. I'm joined by my student here, Aaminah, looking at this question here. So we have here our question, we have angles at a point on a straight line. This here is the point. Okay, so we got first of all x plus 10, which is from here to there. Then we got another angle of 50 followed by x. Now, what do we know, Aaminah, about angles which are at a point on a straight line? What do they all add up to? They should always add up to 180. So 180 is our target for this question. So what we're going to do, first of all, we have to add them up because the angles sum, which means add them up. So let's start off that. We're going to do x plus 10 is the first angle. We're going to add the second angle. The angle is 50. And the last angle is x. Okay, so we will put them in column format, so we add the x's together and add the numbers together. So we have 10 add 50, what's plus 10 add plus 50? Plus 60. What's x add x? 2x. At the moment what we have here is an expression. So these three angles gives you that angle sum 2x plus 60. Okay, so these angles here add up to 180. Okay, so 2x plus 60, these angles must be equal to 180. That's what we said is the angle sum for all of these three angles, 180 degrees. Now, what we're going to do, copy this bit up here and then carry on the question. So 2x plus 60 is equal to 180 degrees. Now, in order for us to work out the x, Aaminah, we need to look at the x here. We start at the x. We have to solve for x. Now, x has been first of all been timed by 2. That's called our first action. And then it's been added by 60. That's called our second action. Now, when we solve, we always move which action do we move first? The second or the last action first, and this one is 2 actions. So, first thing to be done, second thing to be done to the x, we grab the plus 60, we move from the left hand side to the right hand side. Opposite of plus 60 is minus 60. So now we can copy it all down. We have 180 minus 60, that will give us an answer of 120. Okay, now we still got 2x. We don't want 2x, we want just x. So the 2 is multiplying by the x. We grab it and we fling it over. It goes on the left and it goes to the right. Opposite time by 2 is divide by 2. So we copy everything down, x. So what's 120 divided by 2? What's half of 120? That will give us 60. Okay, and we have now worked out the value of x. We can go back now and start filling in the other numbers. So we know x is 60. So we can put down here 60. That's already 50. That one's x add 10. X is 60. 60 add 10 will give us 70. And to test that we've done it right, we need to add up the angles and they must give us a total of 180. So 180 is the key number in this particular question. So we have 70 add 50 will give us 120. 120 add another 60 will give us 180. So we know now with confidence that this question will all be done properly. We've simplified, we've added up the angles to give us 2x plus 60. That's called an expression. We made it equal to 180 because that's the angle, so that becomes an equation. And then we've solved it, worked out the value of x, and gone back in and started putting all the angles. And that's the end of that question. Now, for my student here, Aaminah, and for everybody at home who's following us, here's a question for you to try. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to squeeze into here. Okay. We have here, that's going to be 3x. And that other one's going to be x plus 40. Okay, folks, have a go at that question. Aaminah, have a go at that question, please.